Ah, okay. Then you don't need WSL setup. What about you, Vijay? My plan is to have session. mm, So, what do you want? Like, you want 1 day gap between sessions so that you can practice and try.
Yes,
Okay.
at least one day.
Mhm,
At least 1 day, yes. Some gaps will be required to grasp the topic.
mhm. And do you guys need recording of these sessions?
That would be nice to have actually. I travel a lot from
Mhm.
work, so 7:30 is actually cutting it tight for me. I might miss a little bit of class sometimes.
Okay.
Hopefully not, but yeah.
Okay. So one thing is like I'll make a note of everything that we are doing, and I'll give you all the codes that I'm using. And if you want, I can give you recording as well. But mostly those notes and codes are uh, something that you're going to use. No, nobody has that much time to go and see all the session recordings. Still, I'll record.
Please do if it's not too much to ask.
Mhm.
I'm sorry. Yeah.
Okay, so uh, I don't have to do WSL thing now since both of you have already WSL and Vikas.
Yeah, WSL is there. Yeah.
So maybe I can start with Git.
Yes, please.
I think all of you must have GitHub account already since in TDS and system commands they ask for GitHub.
Yes,
So,
I do.
hmm, so you have GitHub account. Uh, so once you start your project, first you have to create a new repository here. You have to give name and name of the repository. Like I'll
Just
keep
one
it.
question, sorry.
Mhm.
Does this have to be with our IITM mail or just any GitHub account?
I'm not sure about this. Last time it was not mandatory to have uh, with student email ID. I'll
Right,
once
so
check and
I'll make another one.
once I'll check and confirm.
Okay, sure. Thank you.
So I'm also going to create a repository for this bootcamp that where I will be doing experimenting everything and I'll share the link with you. So I'll keep a name bootcamp 25 T T1 and make sure the this repository is private for you. You can choose a git ignore Python. Now you have to copy this link and you need to have Git installed in your system. You can go to the official website and download Git for Mac OS, Windows, Linux, anything. I'm using Windows, so I'll go here. And this is PowerShell command which will install Git. Or you can download a portable and install it
Do
manually.
we not use Git inside WSL, or should we use Git in the Windows installation?
This Git part you can keep it separate. You can do it through Windows as well as Linux. So if you are using Windows, you have option to either go with the uh, WSL or this Windows. If you
Okay,
want
thank
to
you.
go with, or you can install Git in both in WSL and Windows. So did you guys watch lectures from our instructor for project?
Which lectures?
He had uh, he took sessions few terms before where he made a project. Some of students are using that, so there he is teaching in some different way. So sometimes it's confusing. That's why I asked. So you can go with this Linux also. Like it's easy to install. You have to do apt install Git,
Right, sure,
and
I'll do this. Thank you.
for Windows you can download from here. If you get any
Okay.
problem, you can tell me. I already have Git installed, so I'll skip this part. And once Git is installed, second thing is like you have to log in with GitHub so that you can access this project. Since it is private, you won't be able to clone it in your local machine without proper access. So for that, you have to log in with the GitHub. For that, you can install GitHub CLI. So once you have GitHub CLI, you can log in with the command git ghauth login. I'll give this all commands and codes once session finishes. So I'll go ahead and show you. I'll go to a drive.
Hello, Rajnish.
Hello.
Hello. Yes, Rajnish, will we get the recorded session of this recording?
Hmm. I'm recording
Okay,
this.
we will get the recording of the session.
Yeah, I'm
Okay,
recording.
okay.
So if you want to, once you have WSL in your system, you can access WSL command line. You can go to any file folders and you can write WSL here. When you click enter, you'll get this WSL command line. I will clone our repository. Before that, I'll show you how to log in with GitHub CLI. So I have GitHub CLI. I have GitHub CLI installed in this system, so I can do auth login.
So can we do all this in MacBook?
Hmm. You can do it in MacBook as well.
Okay, because mine is not x86 Intel.
Okay, so like the installation part will be little different, but you can do it in. Mhm. Not sure if there is Git CLI for Mac as well, but there are different ways to do login. If you are setting up for the first time, even with a normal clone, you'll get option to log in. So you can log in through that. With GitHub CLI, it's much easier. I can simply click on github.com.
So we cannot use Vue.js in Visual Studio.
We can use Vue.js in Visual Studio.
Okay, because last time the app development one project, I did it in Visual Studio VSC.
Hmm.
So for app development 2, I can use the Vue.js, right? I haven't checked whether it works in VSC.
Yeah, it works. So
Okay.
VS Code is a text editor, code editor. So all the codes work. Any file type is supported in VS Code. But some of the for some of the programming languages, you need to have like for Python, we do install Python in our system. Same way, we have to install different stuff for all other programming languages. But for Vue.js, yeah, same way we need Node.js installed in our system.
Yeah,
In
so I can do app development 2 in Visual Studio Code itself.
yeah,
Okay.
so it is asking me that I am already logged in. If I want to re-authenticate, I'll click yes with HTTP with a web browser, and it gave me this token. Now I have to, if I press enter, it will try to open browser, but since I'm using WSL, I cannot access Windows browser here. So I have to manually copy this and paste this in browser, or I can control click on this to open it in the browser. Now I'll choose to continue with this ID, zero Rajnish, and then I have to paste the token here.
Sir, are we recording this session?
We are recording.
Okay. And the URL for recording will be shared in the calendar itself, is it?
I will share it in Google chat.
Yeah. Because I'm traveling right now. I cannot see everything in the chat.
No problem. I'll upload it in
Yeah.
YouTube since we do have only 5 GB in our Google Drive, and I'll share you link.
Yeah. So share the link in our Gmeet thing, right? Somewhere
Okay.
where our discussions are going on. That will be helpful.
Uh, I'll share it in Google chat.
Yeah. Thanks.
Google
Thank you.
chat. Okay. So I logged in here. GitHub. I press enter and I'm done. Now I have to clone this repository and where I'll start working. Git clone and repository link, and it will clone. If you see, we do have this folder Bootcamp 25 T1 which got created, which I cloned just now from GitHub. I'll go to Bootcamp 2025. Now there's two way. Either I can open VS Code from here, code and space dot. So here I don't have VS Code installed inside WSL, so it is installing. It is downloading and then it will install. The other way is to go directly to this folder and copy this path and open VS Code, and there you open this new uh, folder in VS Code, or cmd and then code. This will open VS Code from Windows. So since I opened this from VS Code, this Git you see, Git icon, this is from Windows. So if you have installed Git in Windows and WSL separately, then we'll be able to manage uh, from here, as well as you can choose to install Git inside WSL, and there Git will be different that which you installed in WSL. So authentication, everything will work differently.
So is it preferred to then do it in Windows or in WSL?
So
The Git
it's
part.
Git part, if you keep it totally separate from your like you're working on a code and you are managing it through this icon, right? Then
Right, I understand what you mean. Yeah.
mhm. So you don't have to think much. You
Mm.
just have to once log in, and then you'll be able to manage it from here. So uh, everything will be totally same in WSL and Windows One. The difference will be if you are using VS Code from Windows, every time you'll have to open terminal here, and you'll have to choose. This is from Linux, so it got installed and it opened this. So I don't have to choose bash here. It's already like bash only. But if I open it from Windows, I'll have to manually choose bash every time. So I'll prefer to go with the WSL.
So Git
So
also in WSL.
Hmm. Install Git and GitHub.
So this WSL is only for creating virtual environment.
This yeah, we use WSL for creating virtual environment and uh, node modules. We actually run our code in Windows Linux setup. So why it is important to why they are asking to for Mat2 they are asking to work in WSL or uh, Linux is that uh, Mostly all the servers are made of Linux only. So if you're going to work in a company, so there you'll have to work in different setup Linux. And if you do your project in Windows, uh, so they want to have a like they're asking for Git also, so that you are well prepared to go and work anywhere. And second thing is like even if you try to do your Mat2 project in Windows, we do need a Redis server for caching and for some other things like for scheduling tasks. So Redis we are using that works only with Linux and not with Windows. So we have no other option. We have to have Linux for Redis server.
Okay, because they haven't independently released a problem statement document, so I'm not sure whether they wrote this. But last time, what we did was we had Anaconda, and we created a virtual environment through Anaconda, and then started working in VSC code.
Okay. Okay, you can choose to
Are
go.
you referring to project one? Sorry, Sir Biplav here. Who was speaking actually? Is he referring to the project one?
No, yeah, last time I did project one.
Okay. Just asking, did you complete the app dev 2 theory?
Yes.
Okay. So as Sir was mentioning, no, like the Redis and Celery, these two will be running from the Unix actually.
From?
From
From Linux.
Unix, like WSL, yeah, from
WS.
Linux, right? Yeah, yeah.
So you did your project, Madden project, like that, right?
Yeah, we did like that. That's why I asked before I can do it through VSC, but now I think we have to include WSL then. Through WSL, I have to create the virtual environment.
See, no,
Yeah.
no, no. So you need WSL, but I think you will still work from a virtual environment of Python. Correct, sir? Am I right
Yeah.
on that
So,
understanding?
mhm, yeah. So this time you have to create virtual environment inside WSL.
Okay.
Mhm.
So we have to create virtual environment inside WSL, is it?
Yeah.
Oh,
So
okay, okay, okay.
if you are going to use Anaconda, then you will have to install Anaconda inside WSL.
So you mean to say the entire project environment will be on a Unix, Linux?
Linux. Yeah.
Okay, okay, okay. Okay.
Okay. So if somebody wants to go with VS Code in Windows, look, I have PowerShell here by default, so I'll have to choose WSL, Ubuntu WSL each time. And after this, there is no difference between this, this and this. Both are exactly same. So for those all who are able to install VS Code inside WSL, like I did, just go ahead and type code and dot, and it will download VS Code and it will install it. If you are able to do this, I'll say you continue with WSL VS Code, and for those who are facing some problem, they can continue from Windows. They can go to the file path and then they can open VS Code from there, and they have to choose. They have to choose in terminal. They have to choose WSL here. and it will be all good to work. So there was confusion with virtual environment. So maybe last project uh, you all might have used uh, virtual environment for your Mad1 project. So there is a little difference in Ubuntu. For creating, we use Python 3 dash env and env or dot env. So last time we used to have Python only, but in Linux we have to type Python 3 everywhere in Linux and Mac both places. So we have to use Python 3 for running or creating virtual environments, and then we have to type the name of environment. This can be anything. This VNV. I'm writing VNV, and when I press enter, okay. So before I can create virtual environment, I think I'll have to install.
Sir, now that you told both the approach, I'm little confused. I'm just asking to clarify one doubt. So
Hmm,
you are telling that there are two approaches. One is we have the WSL installed on top of Windows, and in WSL we install VS Code, and we also create virtual environment inside WSL, right?
hmm,
Is that is one approach, and otherwise you are saying we can run the VS Code from Windows, but we should connect to the WSL. Is it something the other approach you are telling?
hmm.
Okay, so there are two approaches. Okay. What
Okay,
is
so
the better way to move forward? Like,
it's good to go with like this uh, from WSL, but sometimes somebody has some problem. So sometimes in some systems, VS Code doesn't get installed in WSL.
hmm,
Then you can go with the other approach.
Also, I think the WSL extension in VS Code might help.
Mhm.
There is a WSL extension which also helps integrating both the things with the Windows and the Linux parts.
Yeah, there might be extensions inside VS Code.
Hmm. I'm not aware of this, but we
There
can
is one. There's
continue.
a WSL extension.
Hmm.
So if we just enable the extension, then I don't think we have to individually install.
Choose this, right? Okay. Okay, so I'll go ahead and create one file app.py and print hello world. Now let's suppose you worked on your project and you are done for today and you want to push it to GitHub. Then the first way is to go on this icon, Git icon, write a commit message like hello world, and there is one way like you can commit and then push. Another way is to commit and push together. So I'll click on this commit and push. Let's go and see on GitHub. Sorry. Yeah, look. we have this new file on the GitHub server. So we were able to push our local file to the server GitHub. So this way we'll be able to commit and push any changes. So I think for others who doesn't have WSL installed, maybe I can like since I'm recording this session, they might go and see this session. So I'll quickly share how can somebody install WSL. So there is this website which has all the details about WSL. There is a simple command WSL double hyphen install. It installs the WSL, and then we have to do reboot once, and then WSL starts working. And yeah, that's all. It's pretty easy, and sometimes there are some bugs, so you may encounter some problems also. But for most of the people, this one single line command and reboot will work. Okay, so does any of you are trying live with me? You can go ahead and install Vite and other stuff, or can I proceed with installing Python and Node.js, which is like.
So I didn't hear. Can you repeat?
So one way is like you guys can go and install Git and create a repository. Like what I did, you can try to do now. I'll wait, or other way is like I can proceed with the other installations like Python and Node.js, which is required for our project, and you can try everything after this session. Would you like to
Your voice is
continue?
breaking actually. We can't hear.
Uh, I think. Hmm.
Am I audible now?
Okay.
Am I audible now?
Yes, yes, it's much better now.
Okay. So we have other dependencies like Python, Node.js, uh, npm that we need to install. Can I continue with that?
Yes, sure.
Okay.
So, Rajni sir, one doubt.
Hmm.
I'm just so whatever we discussed. Actually, I'm taking this path. I have Windows and I have WSL installed in Windows.
Hmm.
In Windows, I have created one Anaconda virtual environment. What I
Hmm.
do is I open the VS Code and give the execution environment as that virtual environment. Okay.
Hmm.
And what I plan to do is that I will create a Node.js project, the CLI project, CLI approach. Like I'll just create the project, Node.js project, so that I will not take anything in from the net. Uh, Correct, no?
Okay.
Node.js project in local.
So do you have Node.js installed in your system?
Yes, yes, I have Node.js installed in my system.
Okay. Hmm.
So this approach is okay, right? It will work, and I'll be able to connect to WSL, wherein I'll have that celery and Redis running in WSL.
Yeah,
Okay,
this
okay.
will work. So most of you already have Python, but still I'll show Python installation. Go to official website and you can choose the Python version which you want to install. And you can, for me, I'm using Windows. Okay, so I don't think we need this Python installation for Linux. We are going to work in Linux, and Linux does have Python uh, pre-installed. So I'll go ahead with Node.js. On Node.js download page, we have this drop-down to choose from Windows, Mac, Linux. We have to install it in Linux. Choose your system architecture. If you don't know what's your system architecture, keep it 64 as most of the system is 64. And we have this, okay, Linux using npm. So there is two way. One is like you can download file to install from, and another way is to download and install using commands. So for this commands, you have to choose system type and then using Docker, FNM, NVM. We'll use NVM, so Linux NVM with npm. Run these all commands one by one. I'll go and try. So it says NVM already installed. You already have NVM, so I don't need to install NVM. Now I can install Node.js using NVM. So for that, I want to install Node.js version 22. So I'll copy this command and paste it here. And I have Node.js 22 as well in my system. So it's giving this Node.js version management. Okay, I gave some command. These are commands to check if Node is installed. We have Node 22.15 and npm 10.9.2. Now our setup is almost prerequisites are almost completed. We have Python, we have virtual environment, and we have Node and npm installed. I will delete this file, create a folder, backend, and another folder frontend. So we have to work with Vue.js and Vue. So this is the way how we create Vue.js project. Vue create hello world. This will create a folder where we'll have to. It will create a folder and it will have some files like uh, node node modules and package uh, .json, uh, something that we need to run our project. But there is another way to create a project which is using Vite, Vite or Vite. So the same person who created Vue.js, he created this uh, Vite, which we use to create projects like Vue projects or React projects. So what it does is it simplifies everything. Like we are going to have multiple folders, multiple files, configuration files, everything, and uh, we don't want to do these all things manually. If it is possible to do with any extension or any library. So for our project, we will be using this Vite to start our project, create our project. So for that, we have to do npm create Vite at. I'll give this command and code once this session ends. So don't worry. So this command npm create Vite at latest and then folder name. So I already have this folder. I'll delete this folder. I'll type frontend here, template view. We are creating a Vue project. So this will create it will ask some uh, options to choose from. Yes, I want to proceed. I want to use Vue. I want to use JavaScript, and we have this new folder frontend. To run our project, we can use these commands: cd frontend, npm install, or we can use shortcut npm I. In Python, we use Can anyone tell me what is pip and why do we use this pip? Like we do pip install and then package name.
Pip is the package manager for Python. And if we are using Anaconda, we should use Conda actually. Both are package manager.
Okay. And can you guess what is npm here?
NPM is Node.js package manager.
Okay. So here we have to use npm install and package name. So one like we want to install some new package, we can do npm install and then package name. And you remember we do have requirements file in uh, Python apps like requirements.txt, and we do pip install hyphen r requirement.txt to install all the packages at once. Same way we do npm install or npm I to install all the required packages. So there is a file package.json which contains information like name of the app, and there is dependencies where there are all the dependent packages. Now we only have this view here. So all the dependent packages will be added here. So this npm install is to install these all packages. Now I'm good to go with running this app. I'll do npm run dev. This is a simple counter app or default page that they gave us. We can click on this to increase this number. Okay, so I'll go ahead and tell you about all these files and folders. This is configuration file for Vite. This is readme.md. This you can update according to your project. So you can write about your front end project here. You can tell the steps to run your project, and anything that you think is uh, you should share with somebody who is going to run this project. Some important stuff you can write here in a markdown, uh, and then we have this package.json which contains dependencies details and project details like version. So mostly we are not going to do anything with this configuration files like package.json, and this package log.json is also same thing which contains details about project. We have this index.html. If you have completed your project last time, then you can what this index.html is. Like, can anyone tell me why do we have index.html in Vue.js project? In Vue.js we have like extension .vue, but we are having this index.html. Anyone want to tell about this? Okay, so
That the home page and on that is the initial loading page, and with the application reference, it will be tagged to right what component it has to load on the once the page is rendered. Is it right attempt I took?
okay. Hmm. Can you tell me why this dev
that
has
that app is the reference object reference for the view.
Okay,
We,
okay.
we, we, with this
Hmm.
app, this HTML and the view is linked actually.
Hmm. Yeah, correct. So we have this index.html, which is the main the page that we are seeing here on the browser is nothing but this index.html. This index.html doesn't has this all white plus view. Yeah, this has this white plus view. If I remove this from here and save it, so anything that we write in our components or main pages, like this app.view, what happens is we do have this main.js, and we are mounting all these things and all these things to index.html to this div, and these all things get added, like whatever you see in this page, it is like there is a server, this Vue server, which decides what do we have to show in the browser to the client, and according to that it will update this div all the time. So every time there will be different content here inside this div. So we are mounting it here, and then we have this app.view here, and again we have a component here hello world.view, which we are importing in app.view, like this hello world, and this is what we are saying. So this works like this hello world.view is added to app.view, which is finally added to this uh, through this we are linking here. So it is added to index.html, this div, and then finally it is displayed here. So since we don't need this hello world.view and we have to uh, start working on our own project, so I'll go ahead and delete this component. Now we have this app.view. I'll remove everything from here and add a template. Hmm. We see this app only now. Now inside this, I'm going to create a new folder, view views, and create a new home.view. Here I'll type template h1 home home page. Now we have to have different pages like home page, customer dashboard, or anything according to our project. There will be different pages needed like login, sign up. So we have to manage this routings. Like if I go to slash login and it takes us to a different page. If I go to slash sign up, then it should take us to a different page. So for that we have Vue Router. So to use this Vue Router, first we have to install this Vue Router. We are using npm. Npm is by default chosen here. I'll copy this code and I'll create a new terminal. Go to frontend and then paste this command. Oh, sorry. I was not able to copy. This is the wrong npm install Vue Router.
This Vue router we have to install npm install Vue router. Huh?
Hmm.
Sir, sorry to interrupt. If possible, can you just see the chart? Like, if I follow these steps, whether I'll be able to create the project, the CLI project. Like, I already have Node.js and Vue installed in my system.
Hmm.
So then I create this project, create project name, and then go to that location and then run the server. Will it come up? That
Hmm.
default. Okay.
Yeah. So this is the command used to create a new project. So now what we are doing is like uh, we are directly dumping everything to this index.html. Now since we are going to use a router, we have to make some changes here. So first thing is like we have to use router. So I'll go and create a router folder
Sir,
in this
one doubt.
repository.
One doubt.
Hmm.
In the app dev one, we worked with this Flask, and there was a template. I forgot the name. Template component.
Yeah.
But
Hmm.
there separately we did not install the router. The router we used to use the router, but there was no separate router component. So that has an inbuilt router, is it?
Okay, so in the Mad1 project, we had only one server, a backend server, and we were using Jinja template. And from backend server itself, we were returning HTML files, index, like we used to return index.html and some data, and then use Jinja to do things with data and display something nicely. So we had only one server there. So we were using one for routing in Python. We were doing something. Now since we are going to have two separate servers, one for backend, so it will be like when we go on certain slash something on backend server, now it is going to return just the data and not any index.html or anything. It is going to just return data, and that data we will receive it in the Vue.js or frontend server, and this frontend server will have routing as well. Like now, we want to go to login or sign up, so we are having two different uh, routings here. One is for getting data from backend, and another one is for users so that they can navigate through different pages. So it is kind of different from what we did in Mad One project.
So something like the lecture taught us like the same origin policy, and we will be navigating sending the request between the multiple origin. That's why we need to use this router component.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, not exactly. That is like different origin thing is like when we are trying to access our backend server, some data, like you are trying to log in, you are giving your credential details and you want access token. So there will be a route in backend that you will be use that you will use in the content like slash login. So that will be different. Like that is for backend, and you'll use that inside your components here in frontend. But the one we are using here is for users, not for that. This router doesn't have to do anything with the backend, and also not with code. First. So, this is very simple. Just we need to configure it once, and it will be very easy to manage. So for configuration, it is going to be same for everyone. So you don't even need to remember anything or write code for this configuration. You just have to copy paste. So here we are importing this app like Vue app, and then we have to import this router as well. And now instead of creating this mount, we have to first create our app, and then app dot use router, and then app dot mount. So earlier it was like create app dot mount in one line. Now we are creating app, storing it in a const app, and then we are specifying that we have to use router, and then we are mounting it back to slash app. This is one time configuration that we need. Now inside, yeah, I told you that we need a folder here, router, and there I'll create one new file, index.html, index.js, and this index.js, there is a specific way to define how on which path what file should be open. So that I'm going to copy it from my previous project. Inside SRC we have router, and in router you see there are different things here. So it's pretty easy to understand what's happening here. So first I'm importing this create router from Vue Router. Vue Router we installed in our system in this project, and then we have to import all the views, that all the files that we are going to use. Like I want to go to home.view. Maybe I can show you here easily. So first I have to import these things, and then I'll just copy one here, and this is a list, so I'll close this list, and then hmm. So on slash it will go to home. And do we have home.view here? We have home.view, not home.view. So I'll update this, and at last we have to export this. Now if I close this and rerun our project, on slash path name component home, okay. I'm doing one mistake here. So I don't have to write anything here. I have to just use router component here, router view. So the app that you are seeing here was from this app.view. Now, on slash home, we are I'm able to see this home page. So all our main pages are going to be inside this views folder, and all our components will be there in component. And I'll suggest you to I'll suggest you to go to this official website and see the different things, how fetching data works, and like you'll get everything here. Quick start is there. In quick start, there is almost everything which we are going to use: lifecycle hooks, watchers. So please go to this website. Just read a little bit about Vue.js and different things of Vue.js. Any questions? Hello.
Yes, sir. All just trying to digest everything. So only one thing, what we discussed earlier, and so you are saying to asking to create a this create Vite project, not the Vue project.
Hmm.
Okay. Any
Okay, that
advantage we get?
yeah, there are advantage. That's why we are going to use it. It's easy to we have all the setups here, so it will be much easier if you continue with uh, Vite. Wait, so don't worry. I'll give you all that. I'll give you a note that contains all the details how to start a project with Git and everything which we did today.
So actually, sir, the thing is, this app dev 2 project, maybe others also will agree with me. This is a bit complex in a sense because it comes with so many things together. So
Yeah.
last time I did this, but I took the project, but I did not attempt to complete that. Seeing the complexity.
Hmm. It is complex. When you see everything at once, it will look very complex. But if you try to do it in small steps, it will be very easy. So
Hmm.
the setups and prerequisites that we did today, if you are able to complete this, then and if you are good at Python, if you are able to do the Python part, then I think it will be really interesting and easy. And with the
So
notes that
we'll
I'm
get the
going to give,
notes soon, right?
yeah.
Um,
Hmm.
okay.
There are a lot of things in Vue.js, but the good thing is like you don't have to remember all this stuff. You just have to most of the configuration you have to copy and paste, and if you do in a proper way, and you then you don't get much bugs. And once the setup and these configurations are complete, then it will be really easy. It's not hard. It looks a little complex, but it's very easy until you get bugs.
Okay, so today you didn't discuss that how to install the Celery and Redis in WSL, right?
No, that will do later.
Okay. Which project you
Let's.
will be kind of
So I'll go with a simple task management app.
task management, huh?
Hmm.
Okay.
Okay. And salary and Redis is just 1 or 2 days thing. So don't think. And like in salary and Redis, everything is like configuration and setup. You don't even need to write logics there. So again, it will be easy only copy paste. Especially for this configuration and setup, don't think too much. Just somehow manage to do these things, and then the later part when you have to write your logic, there you'll have to like think and decide what and how to do. For these things, if you take stress for this setups and configuration, then
Mhm.
please.
There is a specific guideline, right, that we have to place everything under a root folder. Uh,
Yeah.
in, so what we should create such a kind of folder structure, or how we should do it actually?
This is actually the same way I'm doing. Like we have a like you told root folder, right? So you can rename this to root, or even it's not necessary. They have just give a guideline to keep in a specific order. Like there will be one folder inside which there will be backend and frontend, and then your report and YAML file. So this is same thing. We have this backend frontend here. We have this Git ignore which will not submit. Before submitting it, before creating zip file, we'll delete all the unnecessary things. We have to delete this virtual environment as well. We have to delete this node modules also before sending it to them. So this is uh, simple, like one folder inside which there will be backend and frontend folder. And this Git thing, this Git is really important from like last time. Last term, there were 7 marks for this Git.
Meaning like how frequently we are committing code, huh?
No, last time it was only like you have to have a Git account, you have to have a Git repository for your project, and or your codes are there. For that, there was 7 marks. Like not 7 marks for Git, but if you don't do Git part, they will deduct 7 marks from your
Yeah,
overall.
yeah. So actually, in the app day one, I when I started, like whenever I have some significant progress, I used to commit actually because they told that your progress will be monitored. Don't know
Yeah.
the number part, but you're
Hmm.
saying in the app dev 2, they will see whether we are maintaining the code also in the Git repo.
In last term, it was not mandatory to uh, push every milestone. But from
Uh-huh,
this
okay.
term, I think there will be some guidelines. There is some guidelines to push codes on specific milestones. Like
Okay.
once you create your project, you have to push. Then again, when you do some specific things, then again you have to push like that.
So basically, they want to see how much time we are spending on this project, not
Hmm.
that we are doing it in 1 or 2 day and just somehow manage it.
Hmm.
So
They want to.
what is the project this time? This is it published already? What project we have to work on?
Uh, yeah. Like this time there is vehicle management system or parking management system. I'm not sure. I heard from
I
somebody.
I had registered last time and I did re-registration this time. I'm seeing that household service app or Quizmaster app.
I
I
remember
think
Quizmaster app for app development too.
This
hmm,
time also?
Yeah, this time app development 2 has Quizmaster app. That is the same thing I did last time, but for development 1.
yeah, there will be quiz master option for Mat 2, but there won't be a, this household option. So either you can continue with quiz master or with the new problem statement.
So my homepage will be updated for that, or how is it like? Mat September. I think. Okay. I think. So sorry. It is May 2025. I have to load. Okay. It's not. Yeah. Nothing is loaded for me now.
Hmm.
Okay. Got it. I think it will get published.
Huh. Um, I think you might have received any email regarding this. Okay, just take one, search problem statement or anything. See,
Hmm.
or in so anyone who wants to continue with Quizmaster,
What is a better option?
uh, I think for those who are confident that they will complete in this term, they can go with any one of them. And since this is the starting, like first batch, so if you all of you will be able to complete it. So you can choose anything. The only benefit for the new project is like you can continue on same project in the next term. If you choose to do quiz master, then next time the problem statement will be different for you.
Mm, I took the theory last term. Not sure how many of us did theory last term, but as I did theory last time, this time I want to finish this project. There is no option.
Hmm. You can go with quiz master.
Hmm. We'll
There
see
were
that.
there were only two roles in quiz master, and earlier in all the projects there used to be three roles. Any project you are going to do the same things in a different way, but you have to do everything almost like so you can choose anything. That's not a big issue.
Yeah, sure. I want to discuss something more today, or we are done.
Nothing from my side. If you any of you have something to discuss.
So kindly give the materials when you can, because
Mm,
there was a lot of like installing, etc. Faced a few bugs. So I would like to
mm,
catch up also.
okay. Okay. Within 30 minutes, I'll share.
Sure, so please take your time. I was just trying to remind you. That's it. Thank you.
And also,
Okay.
if you have recorded this, all the session, if you share the recorded session in case we want to check later, like something if we miss.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
I did record the session and I'll share recording.
So this session is recorded.
Yeah. The session is recorded.
Okay.
I want all of you to try and set up all the things that we did today. At least before. When do you want next session? Like day after tomorrow? 1 day gap, right?
Yeah, it's fine.
Okay. Okay. So
And
before.
totally, how many session you would take actually? Like total, how many session will be there?
So I'm planning to finish in 6 sessions, but there will be doubt sessions. So doubt session will be like according to you guys. Whenever you want, I'll take doubt session.
Mm. And this code what you will be doing, we can clone and run it, right? For that, there is no extra setup we need to do, right? We just clone and run.
Hmm.
Oh, okay.
So everyone, please create new GitHub repositories, clone your own GitHub repository, and then you don't have to clone my repository, like the one I created today. You can actually go to the repository and copy code from there.
Please also tell us if we have to use the IITM email ID or just any GitHub account that we have.
Okay,
Like
I'll
if we have to
check
make,
once and
yeah, yeah. Thank you.
No, I think you have to use the IITM account, and you will have to share the code also with the mentors or the evaluator. So better to use the IITM ID actually. That is what I did for the project one.
So that's a whole separate GitHub account.
I normally connect with that IITM ID, use that Gmail ID to connect to. Using that itself, I basically registered in the GitHub.
Okay. And does this cause problems in GitHub CLI? Like if we have to connect to some other account.
yeah, so at once you can only log in with one credential, one ID. So
Okay.
if you
Okay.
are using Git for other projects as well, which is in some other account, then you'll have
Right.
to switch your accounts.
Okay. I'll have to learn how to do that then. Okay. Thank you so much.
Hmm.
So this one, what you are saying that uh, we have to create. So this Git project you are asking to create. This is for our actual project, right?
Yeah, actual project.
Okay. For your project, we can just take a create a clone and just take the
Yeah, you
pull
can
everything.
you can clone it somewhere, or you can even without cloning, you'll be able to.
Download and do it. Clone. I think clone is better approach. Yeah.
You can clone. Like if you clone, you will have to uh, pull every time I make any changes. But if you just come to this repository, if you want some code to copy, you can copy it from here.
It's okay that what I plan to do is I will this project what you will do, I will have a separate project created. I will try to do live along with you, and separate project I will create just to clone and see if anything missed out or why it is not working
Mhm.
in my project like
Okay,
that.
okay. In that case, you can do. And what is the proper like? When do you want time these sessions? Like at what time? Is 7:30 to 8:30, 8:30 or 9? 7:30 to 9. Okay for all of you. Vikrant is asking it from 8 to 9:30 or 8 to. Hmm.
I would be okay with slightly later, like 8 to 9 is also a nice time. If it is okay with everyone.